What's up guys, this is Chris, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out some cool tube lights from our friends at OPPSK. And here they are right back there. We're getting ready for a wedding in this beautiful venue right here at Bergalius in Berlin, New Jersey. These things right here. These are pretty darn cool. And you can see them behind me. They've got a nice cool look. These things are dimmed right now down to like nothing because, so you can see them right. Otherwise they'd be blinding to the camera. But these are 36 LEDs. They work in groups of 3, and there's 12 groups, and they work from here. So, well, it can work from either side, but there's like pretty much 3 LEDs. Bam, 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 bam. 12 of them, 36 total. And they're 3-watt LEDs, red, green, blue, amber, red, green, blue, white. Red, green, blue, white, that's right. Red, green, blue, white. That's right, red, green, blue, white. They have a 6-degree beam angle until you put this slip cover on them. And now you have pretty much a 90-degree, and you have a nice, softer wash, which works out great because years ago I used like color bars from like Chauvet and stuff like that with the little LEDs, a bunch of them. We used to put them on speaker stands underneath speakers, and they looked cool because you had this kind of nice movement, really cool effect, but it was just too blinding for everybody. It was too blinding. So if anybody sat near you and looked towards you, they were just like, ah, which you didn't realize until you were standing over there doing the same thing and like, hey, I'm not dancing, but I'm blinded as hell and it sucks. But these don't give you that overly bright. I mean, they're bright, but they don't kill you. They're not like bright in your eyes, like bam, like high beams, you know what I mean? So they're very cool. Let me tell you about the unit real quick. You're just about 40 inches. You're about 5 pounds. You have DMX capabilities. You have a 4, 6, 9, 48, and 52 channels. And the big difference is going to be controlling the whole bar as one color, going into each bank, all 12 of them, and being able to adjust those colors. And then being able to do all that, plus the auto programs, the solid colors, or the auto programs, and the sound active. So you'll be able to get that. And then also in the highest mode, you can do the auto modes, and you can also set a background color, basically meaning that whatever it's doing, it will stay blue underneath that the whole time, but other things will flash on top of it, etc. Other than that, you have the LEDs like this, and then if you slide one of these covers off, you actually have just the straight up LEDs, and that would look more like this. And this is just a slip-on cover. I'm gonna slide it all the way on off and give you guys a look at it. So here is the tube. Here is the tube here. So it's cool. It's just a little plastic tube, and you can you see through it? Yeah, you can see right on through it here. See, there's those LEDs. But it just slides on. It's got a little groove. It's groovy, it's right here. It's a little groove, and you just slide it right on up. But there you can see the pixels. So you got the individual pixels, or individual LEDs, but they are pixelable mappable in groups of 3. So 12 groups of 3, so. And with a little haze in the room, you have little tiny beams of light. They don't shine super far because it's only 3 watt, but when the haze goes through them, you can see you got beams, and I'll show you that in a little video clip later. So I've had these for a while, and I have taken them out, and I have mounted them on actually subwoofer poles. So I've had 2 18s in front of me with these like this, and I'll show you in a video. And then I have my regular speakers out to those, and then being able to do things with them. Pretty cool. And so you do have options with them, which is nice. So but from the back, you can access like 40 colors, and you can access all the auto programs, and I believe there's 51 of those, and the sound active modes. It does not come with a remote. All it comes with is the instruction manual, and it comes with a power con cable, and that's it. But here is the unit. This is nice looking, nice looking, nice looking, and it is about 5 pounds. It does not come with the O clamps. I put those on for myself just so I could hang it, and I didn't want to take them off because I think I'm leaving them. So you have your LED display on the back for manual control. You have your DMX in and out, and your power con through, and your power con connector right there. So I also want to show you real quick what the LEDs look like under here. So if you take the cover off, you can see we have it just like this. And these gives you nice, pretty bright beams. So I wouldn't put these facing people if you want to use it as side stage wash or something like that. I mean, you can point them towards people, but if they're directly in your line of sight, it's going to be pretty blinding for them. This definitely softens it up, gives it that cool flow look, and a very soft thing that I don't think you have any problems with in front of a bunch of people. So that's very cool. Some of the connections are kind of tight. And when I mean like tight connections, I'm saying if you are to plug an in and out of a even DMX cables, like if you were to do in and outs, and I'm just using one cable to show you because that's what I need, but it's pretty tight connection. And if you're going to use wireless dongle and use a cable to slave to another one, which is what I was doing, you're going to look something like this, and it is snug. So be cautious of that. And then when you're doing that, you may or may not be able to actually use the stands to stand it up. If you won't be able to. You'll be hitting that. So if you want to set this on the ground and point it up, it's going to be tight for you. It's going to be hard to do without some kind of extension. But if you're going to pole mount them, you won't really have an issue. The only other thing is that the connection also for the power cable can be a little tricky. I know you guys probably all want battery operated wireless, but you can't all have battery operated wireless. And sometimes this just gives you a little bit more confidence in what you do. At least it does for me, because batteries, you know, I got worrying about charging them up all the time, and the night before, the day before, and saying, did I do it? Are they charged enough for the batteries dying? Are they old? Do I have to replace the batteries? Who knows? Because if you use any of these battery operated wireless things, you notice that your power meter generally doesn't drop very much until it drops fast. So, but the PowerCon connectors go in here, and when they go in, you can see that they are pretty tight. All right, so, but once it's in, it's in. But here you go. So here's your menu, and you have a bunch of stuff, and you have your auto program. When you can change the speed in the auto program. And it will basically cycle through a bunch of stuff, which is very cool. And you can see that it's like tracing back and forth. It goes to full colors. It changes. It goes through everything pretty much. So it's very cool. It's done very well. And with that, you can set a strobe with it too. And you can see that it's strobing now. And you have a 1 through 9 on that, or 0 through 9. And then besides that, your DMX, you can also go through shows one at a time. So you have, I believe, 50 shows. There's a lot of shows. And it basically does different things. It goes up and down. It fades in and out. They trace each other. They go back and forth. They ping pong. A bunch of different things that I might have showed you some of them already. So besides that, you do have your sound actives. And here is one of the 2 sound active modes. And I'm just going to clap my hands and show you what that's like. It goes up and down, changes colors like meters. This is the other sound active. Pump, 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 pump. Yeah. You do have 2 sound actives, which I showed you already, but you can access them from the back. The sensitivity works really well on these, as far as you can really turn it down, because I have these things sitting on subwoofers, and I can have them low enough to where they will respond the way they're supposed to, which is very good. That's very good. They did very well with that, for sure. And right now, it's so insensitive that it's working on my voice. Whoop. Slave is very easy to do. You pretty much just plug it in, put it on slave. It's a piece of cake. And the only other thing you would need to know is the colors. You can go through auto. You can go through auto, red, green, blue, and white. You can set them in the unit, and you have a strobe option. I always been hitting the wrong button here. Color, static. All right, so you got your static colors, and you have like 40 different static colors, and you can see that I'm changing colors. Very, very. Oh, I keep covering it. You have very minimal changes, but you go through a nice full spectrum of colors with the presets. It's very cool. so I can finally see. But a very cool unit from OPPSK. At 5 pounds, it's a piece of cake to handle. Throw some O-clamps on here like I did, hang it. You can put some different clamps on and do what everybody else is doing with the different types of mic-like stands, gravity stands, T-bars, whatnot. I really like these, and I think they're a good buy. And you know, if you get a couple of them, even if you master slave them, it's a cool show. I mean, you can run one direction, one the other. And like I said, just the addition, or just having this tube and getting about a 90-degree dispersion, you get a nice glow, and you get nice movement on the dance floor with the changing of colors. But you do have the option of taking it off and going a totally different direction. So I like these things a lot. I like them a lot. There you have it. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. Once again, my name is Chris. I hope you liked this video. The link is down below, but these things at about 145 bucks on Amazon are really cool. And they, like I said, they offer a lot of stuff. And one of the things I've even done with them is to help for photos. I put these to a nice white. It's such a soft white color because of the diffusion on the front with that little arch, that I can put that on nice and soft. I can light the room a little bit, but there's no shadows, which is really cool. So just one other thing you could possibly do with them. And I might use them for some studio lighting once in a while. Who knows? Because this ring light, not crazy about it. But thanks again for checking out this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.